is Friday, October 22nd, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, we are live every day, and welcome to the show. So we've got Major League Baseball. We've got a potential elimination game today in Houston. Then we've got 4 college football games that really, I don't know. This could be the worst 2 days of college football of the year, if there is such a thing. And then we've got 10 NBA games. And then I think there's 4 NHL, so plenty of action. Of course, we got a loaded weekend. Tomorrow's show, as always, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Sunday. And I think we're going to try and do some kind of NBA shows on the weekends as well, NBA and NHL shows. So we're going to, the early shows are still going to be football shows, but we'll still have I think we're going to do an NHL and NBA show. Usually those games start a little later. Figure it out. We always do. But anyways, we'll figure it out. In the meantime...
Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com.
Oh, for sure. These games have to be high drama.
Here we go again. I'm going to go big and see what happens.
Morning, everyone. Hopefully, you guys caught our halftime shows. Another smoking halftime there. We had the... Broncos minus the points for the second half. We got the Broncos team total over, and we had the Browns team total under. So swept the halftime board. I think we had a couple cold ones in there. So it's like we're feast or famine on halftimes, right? It's like rarely do we go like 1 and 2. It's either always sweep or lose them all, and we had a couple of them. Rod Zawacki, happy anniversary. This was 10 years, double digits, turn the corner.
10 years. Yeah, 10 years, double digits.
I think, is that official, like, you're safe? Like, now you can kind of just coast on in? Or you think now's where the heavy lifting now's where the heavy lifting starts?
There's always heavy lifting. Come on now, you got to be... You can't buy vacuum cleaners. You won't make 10 years.
Hey, that was a $350 Dyson vacuum. It was top notch.
Oh, you actually did buy someone a vacuum?
You can't use that as a gift, as a birthday gift. That can be just a surprise, like during the week. Be like, hey, I bought you a vacuum cleaner.
It's a Dyson, though.
But it is a Dyson, but you can't make it the birthday gift.
Never.
My wife knows she has full permission. She needs to buy a new washing machine, dryer, vacuum cleaner, just whatever your heart desires. You go out and knock yourself out. It doesn't have to be a special occasion.
Yeah, never give a woman a vacuum cleaner unless you're hiring a maid that's going to come over every week with that vacuum cleaner. Don't do it.
I got diamond earrings one anniversary. I got some nice things.
Did you?
Okay.
Let's see them. Wearing them?
I don't have them now. She probably already sold them, or who knows what happened to them, but I don't have them.
Maybe she's got one in her new boyfriend house deal. Twins.
Well, I'm proud of you, Rod. Making it to 10 years is really special. So congratulations.
Turning the corner.
Thank you.
Turning the corner. Of course, Amy, no small chore there on her part. A lesson in tolerance for all of us. Amy's going to write a book for us.
Yeah, because I put up with a lot. I'm not the easiest to live with, that's for sure.
A lesson. The book will simply be called "A Lesson in Tolerance."
Yeah. Ups and downs, but good times. Definitely had some good times. More good times to come too.
And you had cake last night for dinner, hey?
We did, yeah. We had the cake for dinner. So it was good.
So for my birthday, my wife ordered me stone crabs from the Keys, and I have it every year on my actual birthday. But usually because of the shipping, in Hawaii, sometimes it comes on different days, so I can't eat it on my actual birthday. So she has key lime pie and everything comes with it. But then we have a cake on my actual birthday because she wants it to be a special day, right? So it's the extra mile, even though I've had 3 cakes before that. But UPS sends her a notice last night at about 5 o'clock. Won't be delivered until Monday. I gotta tell you, stone crab claws sitting in a warehouse in Hawaii for over the weekend, probably not going to be a good situation on Monday morning when you open that package. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, those stone crabs.
Can you go to the warehouse and get them?
I don't think so. Those stone crab. She's been on the phone since 1 o'clock this morning. Those stone crab claws are like $70 a pound or something. I mean, they get you coming and going.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're only in season X amount of months out of the year.
Shit,
It's a
over the
very,
weekend, that's not good.
very special thing. The season just opened October 17th. And it only runs, through like March. That's it.
Oh wow. I had no clue.
Oh yeah, stone crabs is like the thing, and they don't kill the crab. When they do stone crabs, they just break the claw off. They throw them back in. They regenerate.
What?
Regenerate, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just break the claws off.
they break the
They go
claws off,
snap,
regenerate,
They throw them back in,
throw them back in.
and they'll grow again.
How do you know it still lives? You're ripping its claw. Like really?
It's like
Yeah, because
it's a known thing.
I don't know if I should believe you guys this morning. I'm gonna have to fact check you.
Fact
you have
check.
to check that.
Look,
Go ahead.
Google stone crab claws. You'll see. They're beautiful.
It's like when you chop a worm in half; it still lives, right? It grows and keeps going, and then you get 2 worms.
I don't know. I'm not really a worm chopper, but I could probably become one if I really apply myself. I know lizards' tails
They're so
regenerate.
expensive.
He's
And
like,
geckos.
really? Just rip the claw off? Yeah, sorry. Unlike us, you can't just rip your arm off and then you'll regrow another one. It doesn't work that way. But
Yeah, like
stone crabs, it does.
we always go down a rabbit hole on this show. It's like,
It takes 1 year to regrow.
I mean, this all started off.
Right?
Wow.
That's pretty fast.
You just rip off its arms and throw it back in the ocean?
Yeah.
I am so like, wow.
Let's start it with Major League Baseball today. We got the Astros up against the Red Sox. Luis Garcia up against Nathan Eovaldi in a closeout game. This one in Houston. The Red Sox, they were acting like they had this thing in the bag. They were up 2-1 in Boston. Had 2 more games to go in Boston, and well, Jose Altuve turned this series on its head, down 2-1. Knocks one over the Green Monster, and, the floodgates were open. And it's been ugly ever since. Well, anniversary boy, what do you think?
For me, I think the floodgates have opened, and I think Boston's season's done. I think the Astros' bats are just too much, and they get the job done. Crush Boston again in this one, and season's over for the Red Sox. They had a good one. 'Cause, nobody expected them to get this far, that's for sure. So I think that's it. I think Astros move on to the World Series. Give me the Astros.
How about you, Brian?
Well, I'm not in love with this game. I think it's a little bit better than a coin flip, but I'm going to go with the Boston Red Sox here. I see this series going 7 games. Boston been counted out all season. Both these pitchers tonight haven't looked good lately. Eovaldi and Garcia. Garcia's given up, 10 runs over his last 3 2/3, and Eovaldi, 6 innings pitched, 7 runs given up. So I'm going to lean towards Boston. I just think they have a heart to send this to 7 games. Just a lean.
All right. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm
Boston, I
leaning
just
on
think
these
they have a heart
Astros.
to-
I think Astros get it done 100%. Finish it off tonight. And the over in this one, the last 7 games have gone to the over for these two. So I think we're going to have another high-scoring Astros win.
I like the Astros in this one, too. I think this one's one side. I like Astros' first 5 innings as well. I also like Riffy. I don't even think that's a real term, but I like it anyway.
I think we made it up, but I like it.
I like it. I'm sticking to it. We will create it until somebody else takes credit for it, which will probably happen. Speaking of which, hopefully you guys have had a chance to check out our stats page. I honestly think the one at Sports Chat's a little better. The Pick Dogs one is cool. It will get better and better. We'll have more and more information on those things. A lot more. We have access to millions of trends, and that's what I'll probably be incorporating onto the site as well as on our Twitter feed. I think we're going to do a lot more, like just overload it. It's my idea. But we'll talk about that later. Fun stuff. Brian, what are you selling today?
Up and going for 5 straight winning days today. I got my Friday Pound Zone 3-pack. I got one playing college football, one playing the NBA, and one in the NHL. The NHL is my game of the month overall. My college football is my AAC game of the month. So make sure you check it out. PickDogs.com Premium Picks or the YouTube Premium VIP, where I'll give one of them out.
James Thrower saying he used the stats from our stats page to put in a tennis bet. It just throws out these really cool, stats and numbers to put you guys on, nothing is a certainty, but it, shows you higher probability. How about you, Rod? What do you got today for sale?
For me, I got a Steak Friday, my Rim Rocker package. I got 4 NBA I absolutely love and 1 NHL play. Staying away from that college football. Nothing in there that's grabbed my eye that's like, yeah, baby. No thanks.
About like 40% of the NBA card.
I do.
Pound Zone and Rim Rockers. Pound Zone and Rim Rockers.
Steak Friday.
Steak Friday Rim Rocker.
40%.
Yep.
It's like 2% milk, but it's 40% fat.
Yeah. Solid. I love it.
It's kind of like cheese with butter on top. Joe?
What's wrong with that? Cheese and butter?
Well, it's like grilled cheese. The grilled cheese sandwich. Like, people that put butter on the bread and then you got the cheese inside the sandwich. Do you like the grilled cheese like when it's flat, or do you like it when it's like, just like a regular sandwich?
Just like a regular sandwich. Don't squish my grilled cheese.
I like when it's squished. I like it squished.
Unless you're going to make it unless you're going to use that as your bun for your burger. Then you put your bacon cheeseburger in the middle of the 2 grilled cheeses.
Notice how he added bacon just off the side. The bacon just happened. It's like it was a burger. Then it turned into a bacon cheeseburger. I mean, it was like a half a sec. It just just happened. It's like that's how fast it happens.
I like them in the Jaffa iron. You know that? What do you call them in Canada, Rod? You know that iron thing?
We have like a panini press type thing, but I got a little cooker, same thing. I think I paid like $20 for the thing, and I just use it for grilled cheeses. You put your bread, put your cheese, and then you put another piece of bread on top, and you close it up. It's like a sandwich maker is what I call it. It looks like a sandwich. It even cuts it in half for you. It makes a little line, and it grills both sides. Pull it out. Everything works great as a breakfast maker too. You just put your bread. You put your cheese, you put your egg, put your ham or bacon, put your bread on top, butter, close it up, and it just it squishes it all together, cooks the middle. You make homemade pizza pops out of them. Those are good too.
Yeah, right? I'm thinking that one that you put in a fire, but they do have the ones that like you can have in your house. Yeah, the one that you put in a fire.
Dutch oven?
Oh, and then I have one. Yeah, I have a cast iron one of those.
So good.
It's a metal one.
Got one lying around in the garage, just in case.
Just in case, yeah. I use them in the camping to make pies. Take your bread, cut the crust off, put it in the middle, and then put your pie filling in, whatever kind you want.
You're making people hungry, and then other people want to know if mayo or butter.
And it's like a leg grilled cheese. It's got like 5 different cheeses in it. You don't even know what you're eating anymore. It's like, I just like one cheese in my grilled cheese.
That's too many.
Keep it straight. I'll have different kinds. I'll have different kind of cheese. I'm not like, it doesn't have to be Kraft American Singles. It could be something else. But,
You're making me hungry. I still got another hour left to go here.
It could be Kraft American Singles, but I mean, I like Swiss cheese on my grilled cheese, but I like that on rye bread. Swiss cheese on rye. It's actually nicer grilled cheese. But I do like it pressed thin, and I like it when it's kind of like almost like the bread becomes like shiny, on the outside, from the grill. Just really got like a little.
So a little more butter on yours. Just a smidge more butter gives it that shape.
Just a smidge. Yep. Just dunk it right in the melted butter.
Right. Just dunk it right in. And no hot mayo. No mayo in the sandwich makers.
My friend that I showed the picture of Dave Kingman the other day on the thing, my friend that was the Dave Kingman fan, he's from a place like right outside of New Haven, Connecticut, and it's like I mean, they just have lobsters, like, pile them. So it's like really inexpensive to get lobsters. And he basically takes like a cup of butter like this and just takes the lobster, puts it all in the butter, and then basically just eats it out of that. He's got it down to a science. It's like he basically drinks butter. That's what he does. Anyways, Joe, you selling anything today? Any picks for sale?
Yeah, I have one in the NBA, one in the NHL, and one in college football today. So looking for a good day today in my premium picks.
Happens. We all have hot and cold runs. That's the nature of it. The only people that don't, I always say this, the only people that don't have cold runs are the guys on Twitter who can change their handle. Those are the only people that I know. I know people that actually give out picks. I don't know anyone that's never had a losing year or losing season that's done this over the long haul, except for the people that get to pick after the game. It's like I get super frustrated, and I know people almost do it on purpose. They come on my YouTube videos after the game is over and say, I faded you this game. It's like, well, you can't fade me after the game, and you're not fading me. Mine's just a free pick opinion I'm giving in this video. You're fading the team. See, what we're doing is we're fading you because you're the public. You're the square, right? You're the sucker at the table, the fish. No? I don't know. Brian, what are you reading?
I was just looking at the Dodgers right now. You could bet the Dodgers to win that series at plus 184 tomorrow. They're laying minus 175 on the road at Atlanta. So if you do like the Dodgers, betting them to win the series would be the best way to go, because you don't want to lay minus 175.
Max Scherzer tomorrow, any guess?
Scherzer, and they activated the pitcher you're talking about that has those sexual problems.
Trevor Bauer?
Yeah,
Really?
that came across my phone. So.
Really?
I don't know if it was fake news or what, but supposedly he's been activated.
Wow,
they're really digging.
I don't know. I think the Dodgers come back and win it. But
If they no way.
I'll have to send it over to you.
I don't see it on ESPN, that's for sure.
All right, we'll wait and see. Maybe I got duped.
yeah, he's not. You got duped. That's false news.
Article here on Arch Manning, though. What do you think the pressure is on that kid? What is he? Is he Eli's son? Whose son is he? I think he's the son of Cooper, the one that didn't play. He's supposed to be the best of the bunch.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Number 1 recruit in the country. Everybody wants him. My guess, Ole Miss. Just a hunch. Anyways, where are we at? Baseball? Joe, did you give yours?
No, we did baseball
All
already.
right. Well, how about NBA then? You want to do NBA or you want to do college football? There's only 4 college football. Let's do college football. Let's do college football. We've got, UConn versus Middle Tennessee. So are mushrooms legal in Canada? Like psychedelic mushrooms, are they legal in Canada now? Because I heard
they're becoming. It's one of those gray areas that's going to be legal any.
Well, whoever makes the decision should probably try a handful before watching this game, and then and then try watching without eating the mushrooms and see, and then it'll pass like that fast. I think that's today's the day. If you ever thought about taking psychedelic mushrooms, I mean, we're certainly not going to endorse or push anyone to do that. Throw on the UConn Middle Tennessee game, and I don't know, if I ever tried mushrooms, something that I might have done is maybe watched like animal programs and stuff. That's, I don't know, may or may not have happened. Professional wrestling and animal programs. It's like, what are you doing? Watching 4 or 5 hours of animal programs.
You know, it was the only time that I felt like running. I did. I felt like running. It was the only thing that made me run. It messed up, man.
Animal programs?
It's the animal programs.
You know the animal. Everyone's watched animal programs. We've all watched them. The salmon swimming upstream to spawn. They'll only make that trip once in a lifetime. Not exactly the happy ending we're looking for that little fish. Anyways, UConn Middle Tennessee, then UCF taking on Memphis. This line's moved 4.5 points. We've got Utah State and Colorado State. And that game, I mean, I don't know what the weather forecast is, but those two, I've seen those in the snow like many, many times. Only 54 degrees for that one, so we're not going to have any snow. And then Arizona against Washington. Whew, let's just go to the bottom of the Pac-12 and just throw a game out there for the hell of it. And I think that's what we got there. It's in that one. Washington's ranked 21st in the country at 2-4. How is that even possible?
They're not ranked 21st in the country.
That can't be right.
Oh,
That's at the beginning of the season they came in ranked.
I don't think so. They lost to Montana the first game. I'll have to double check. Anyways, in the meantime, Joe, what do you think of these gems?
You know what? I'm looking at most of these games tonight. I'm seeing a lower scoring battle in all of them. You know, we look at this Washington-Arizona State team. I really can't see Arizona, not Arizona State. Arizona putting up a lot of points. This is also a team that doesn't cover spreads. And then to give Washington 17.5 that they have to cover, I think they'll get over it. But this total of 45.5 just seems like it's going to be under all day long in that one. So that's where I'd go with that, because that 17.5 spread I hate as well. And then looking at Memphis and UCF, I think Memphis comes out and takes this one. We're seeing so many injuries for UCF. They've got their quarterback out, their top running back out. I believe his last name's Harvey. And I don't see this UCF team being able to pull it together, especially defense. Their defense isn't looking good. They can't stop the run. Memphis is going to run it and run the clock. And again, another one that I think is going to be a lower scoring game.
Yeah, the Washington is not ranked, but I'm looking at the rankings, and it's just, I mean, what a stupid thing this is. You know, and just look at it. Just how stupid is this? You know, Ohio State is ranked 5th. They're 5-1. Oregon is 5-1, and they're ranked 10th. Why bother having the games? Why bother having the games? It's like they played each other.
Yeah, but Oregon lost to Stanford.
No. But Ohio State lost to Oregon. They have the same record. Imagine what Stanford would do.
Team, though.
Imagine what Stanford would do to Ohio State. Imagine.
Stanford would get their butts kicked.
No,
unless it was this perfect situation.
Maybe not. But we know what happens when Oregon plays Ohio State at Ohio State. It wasn't like it was at Oregon or anything like that. It was at Ohio State. And it wasn't like it was a close game, and it wasn't like anything like that. It wasn't like a lucky play. It wasn't anything like that. They beat the crap out of them. Yet Ohio State is ranked 5 places ahead. Ohio State is 5th. Oregon's 10th.
Because
explain to me what exactly? Why exactly are we going through this whole process? Why bother playing the games? Why bother playing?
They lost to Stanford. That's why.
How about this? Penn State is 7th at 5-1. Iowa is 11th at 6-1. Why bother playing the games?
Iowa lost to Purdue.
Iowa beat Penn State.
But Penn State's loss is to a quality team.
And it's not that quality of a team because they're ranked 6 places below them. How quality of it is? It's just stupid.
It'll straighten itself out. Penn State will play Ohio State, and there'll be one winner.
Stupid. You want to talk? So here's a team that lost to only a quality team. Notre Dame, 5-1, right? Same record as Ohio State. They lost to the number 2 team in the country. Ohio State lost to number 10. Why is Ohio State ranked ahead of them?
Notre Dame could have got beaten a couple times in that.
But they didn't. No, these are the records. I'm not making it up. There's no need for speculation. They played the game. It's like, why speculate?
The eye test. You're leaving out.
There's no eye test. I saw the eye test, and you know what happened? Touchdown, Ducks. That's what happened in the eye test.
Oh, my eye test says Ohio State's better.
How? And what? How are they possibly better?
If they pummel Penn State, they're definitely better.
They're better than Oregon.
Yep.
Then why didn't they beat them at home?
And they had a bad day.
So it doesn't count? So the game doesn't count. So what happened on the field? So what happened on the field? What happened to that eye test? I mean, this is like when Carson Palmer won the Heisman Trophy. What the hell happened to that eye test the day he threw the 5 interceptions against Kansas State? What the hell happened in that game then? It's like, I don't understand this. Someone explain this to me. I don't understand it. So Oklahoma State, who's 6-0, right? They beat Texas. They beat everybody they played. And they got Iowa State this week, right? I mean, 6-0. They're ranked up behind Penn State, who lost to Iowa, who's ranked 11th. What gives?
Penn State's played a harder schedule
than Oklahoma State?
I think so.
I don't think so. You go into Boise and bust up the Broncos then. See how easy it is. I don't get it. Ohio State 5th. Oklahoma is 2nd in this poll. They need to just go away, right? We know when they go to to the playoff, they haven't been within 25 points of anybody since they've started the playoff, right? They get in these games, they haven't been within 25 points of anyone. They need to just go away. They should just say no. No. No, no, no. Not going to happen. We're not paying for this. We're not watching. We're not on the take from Oklahoma. We don't have to watch this. You guys, I don't know how they get ranked up there and all that stuff. You want to talk about the eye test? They beat Tulane by 5. How's that on your eye test, Brian?
That was early, and that was the first game of the season.
So it doesn't count? We only have the body of work. This is what I call it. The body of work, right? The body of work.
Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State. They beat Texas, and they take out.
They did not beat Oklahoma State. If.
I said if.
Yeah, so you don't get the number 2 ranking on an if. If Ohio State would have beat Oregon, they would have been undefeated. But they didn't. They got run out of their own building. Matter of fact, the fans left. It looked like select-a-seat day. It was bad. It was a beatdown. They couldn't tackle anyone. As a matter of fact, if that game would have been another 10 minutes, Oregon would have scored 100.
Well, we know Oklahoma's going to run the table, and they'll be in the playoffs. But.
I just don't understand it. I don't. I just don't understand that Ohio State being ranked 5th. I could see them being 10th and having a chance to earn their way back up, and I could see all that other stuff. But if they're 10th, then Oregon's got to be 9. Got to be. Can't be 5 and 10.
So if Ohio State finishes out the year and they beat Michigan, they beat Penn State, and they both finished with 1 loss, I mean, that.
And Oregon beat them. They had a playoff. And Oregon won. They had a playoff.
But Ohio State had a tougher schedule.
No. They played each other. The better team won. They played each other. What does schedule or any of that stuff even matter? They played each other.
Oregon would be able to.
All right, in the NFL, right? In the NFL, the way they do the tiebreaker system for the wild card, right? And all that stuff at the end of the season. What's the number 1 deciding factor? What's the number 1 in deciding
eye test?
What?
The eye test.
No. In the NFL, the eye test?
I'm just messing with you.
Head to head.
Well, this isn't the NFL. It's college football.
Your eye test.
That's why I don't even try to understand it. It makes no sense.
But Brian's eye test is 103rd in the nation against the pass. Okay, 103rd in the nation against the pass. They're passing the eye test. What eye test are you looking at? 103rd in the nation out of 130 teams against the pass.
He just pulled the name out of a hat. He just went like this and goes, "Yeah, they're 5th."
Anyways, we got more important things to talk about. We got UConn taking on Middle Tennessee. We got Utah State and Colorado State. Arizona against Washington. And What's the other? Oh, UCF and Memphis. Joe was talking. I cut her off. Or did you guys already say?
I finished.
You finished?
I finished.
Brian, did you finish?
I didn't even start.
All right. Well, let's go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to be on the drive-through today, do Colorado State and Utah State, so make sure you tune in today for that.
Well, if that doesn't leave you on the edge, what's everyone going to do the rest of the day now? Because they're all just going to be waiting in anticipation for your.
I'm going to go with the UConn Huskies here, plus the 15.5, 16. UConn's 4-0 against the spread. Last 4 is a dog. And Middle Tennessee, I believe, is 0-4 against the spread. Last 4 on the road. UConn's no world beater, but I think they can keep it within 2 touchdowns. Middle Tennessee's nothing special on the road. And I'll take the Washington Huskies here, lay in 17.5. I don't love it, but Huskies 4-0 against the spread on Fridays, and the Arizona 2-14 against the spread following a straight-up loss. Arizona, one of the worst. I don't know if you can get much worse than Arizona. But I'm going to lay the points here, the Huskies.
Yeah, you can get UConn in Middle Tennessee. It's much worse. Like, seriously. You can get worse.
So, Brian, Alabama's ranked what, 5th or 6th? 4th, 5th, 6th, depending on the poll. They lost to a 2-loss team. How's that eye test?
If Alabama runs the table and then knocks off Georgia, then they should be in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they lost. They're ranked 4th in both polls. The team that they lost to has 2 losses. They lost to Arkansas, who got beat by 60 by Georgia. It was one of their losses. I don't know.
So you're trying to say Oregon's better than Alabama?
I'm saying that I'm just saying that it doesn't make any sense how they're ranked ahead of Michigan State or Michigan, for that matter. At this point, it will all shake itself out. It will.
Yep.
It will. It always does. But what will happen? This is the scenario that we're looking at here. Okay, Michigan or Michigan State runs the table. Okay, Oklahoma runs the table. Georgia runs the table, loses in the SEC championship game to Alabama. Cincinnati is on the outside looking in at the playoff as an undefeated team. That is what we're looking at. That is the scenario. Is that fair? Is that past the eye test? I mean, Cincinnati's
it might not be fair, but not everything's fair.
I will tell you one thing. Cincinnati against Georgia, I like Georgia minus 250 in that game. 260. Won't even be a game. It'll be like watching Oklahoma in the playoffs. It'll be like that. Or Notre Dame. It's just something like that. Terrible. Or Michigan State the last time they were in the playoff. Whoa. Was that ugly? That was when the Big Ten went on. That's when they finally put the kibosh on the Big Ten for a couple of years in the playoff because they couldn't score a point in 3 appearances. It was like, nope. And that's what's going to happen again. All right. Rod, your turn? Or is it my turn?
I don't know. These are awful. These are awful games.
For me, it's my anniversary, and this is what you do to me.
Right, you give me these awful games. Just awful. It's the anniversary, at least I don't have to worry about these ones too. For me, I'm going to take UConn here. I think that's just way too many points. Plus 14.5, it's down 2 now. So,
nice.
Give me UConn plus the 14.5. And the other one I like, give me Arizona plus the 17.5. I know that opened at 15.5. It's up to 17.5. Washington's not that good. Are they going to be able to cover that number? I don't know. I know Arizona's that bad, but is Washington that good? They're 0-2 on the road, 0-2 against the number on the road. Arizona 0-3 at home, 0-3 against the number. Ooh, there's a lot of O's here going to go today, that's for sure. It's definitely O's everywhere. Those two, I definitely lean. So I'm going to lean to UConn plus the points and lean to Arizona plus the points. I think that number's gone too far. Sharp's bet it at 17.5, hoping it's they win by 17. Now it's at 17.5. Give me Arizona plus the points.
Colorado State for me. pick of the litter. And I do mean litter.
Yeah,
Go to the NBA. Just disgusted with college football right now. Cavaliers against the Hornets. The Knicks against the Magic. The Wizards against the Pacers. Celtics against the Raptors. Sixers against the Nets. Rod, any of these five?
For me, I like the under in the Knicks and Magic. I think we got a lower scoring game in our hand. This Magic team, they're going to be struggling to put points in the hoop. So I think first 100 wins that game easy. So give me the under Knicks Magic in that one. And I think the Raptors bounce back. I think it's a closer game than people think. Everybody's going to hump up on Boston. I'm going to take the Raptors. I think they looked awful in their first game, and I think they bounced back here. Used to playing on the road. They've done it for the last 2 years. So I think they come back and make it a closer game. Give me the Raptors plus the points in that one. The two I like in that grouping.
Joe?
I hate the Raptors tonight. I'm sorry, Rod, but I look at this team. They were at home. They had the home court advantage, the energy there. They were only shooting like 30%. They just completely fell apart against a team with a terrible defense. I am not buying anything into this Raptors team. I think this is such a rebuild, and they are my team. I was almost in tears seeing them play so bad the other night. So give me the Boston Celtics. I can't. I just can't take them.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Something tells me they weren't tears of joy.
No, they were not tears of joy. I was so upset watching them. They were just so bad. And then, you know what? I like the Cleveland Cavaliers again, plus the points tonight. This is one team I do believe in. Their offense really did well in that first game. They did lose it. I'm looking for their defense to come out stronger tonight. And if they do, this should be a tighter game.
Brian?
I think Joe's 100% right. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers might be the pick of the litter as far as free picks go. I was on them and got burnt in game one, but this time they're at home, and I'm not sold on the Hornets here, laying points on the road. I just think the Cavs win this game outright. I'm going to take the points for safety because that's what I do. And then the other one, I like the Brooklyn Nets on the road, laying the points against the Sixers. Nets aren't definitely not my favorite team, but I just think they're better than they look against the Bucks, and the Sixers aren't as good as they looked against the Pelicans. I think the Nets take care of business tonight.
I think the Hornets are a better team than you guys give them credit for. I saw a Cavaliers team that just crumbled down the stretch, so I could see the Cavaliers maybe the first half, but I like the Hornets in that one. I think LaMelo Ball is ridiculous, and 31 points in that opener, and then Hayward is healthy, which he is, 27 points. These guys put up some numbers. Bridges, 13 points. Oubre now on the Hornets, too, 14 points for him. I mean, Smith, 14 points. Martin, 10 points. It's like everybody can play on this team. Well, the Cavaliers have a few good guys on their team, and they're good. Their best days are certainly ahead of them. I mean, we're not going to say that they're not, but what I saw from the Cavaliers was a team that just crumbled down the stretch. They had every chance to cover in that game. You don't have to win. I mean, we're not those type of people. You know, it's like, oh, they lost. Who cares? You know, they're getting 7.5 points, as long as they fall within there somewhere. They couldn't even do that for me, so I'm going to hold a grudge. I'm going to take it personally, and I'm just not going down that path again until they show me that they're worthy of having one nickel of my money being spent on them. I think Kevin Love on the roster is just a bad sign. He's got 4 points in 17 minutes. It's disgusting. He makes like
I looked awful.
He makes like $100 million a year. He's
$30 million.
What?
He's not $100 million. He doesn't make $100 million.
How much does he make?
Probably makes 33 or 32 or something.
That's it. Max. So how much did he get for that 4 points? He got how much does that come to? $400,000 and change for that night at the office. 82 game schedule. I'm offended. At least try. At least be Ricky Rubio. Doesn't even know what uniform he's supposed to be wearing. He even scored 12.
4 years, $120 million.
Oh my God.
This is his latest contract. 4 years, 20. Yeah, 4 years, $120 million contract with the Cleveland Cavs.
Why couldn't I have been a tall, slow white guy?
Right.
Kevin Love used to be athletic.
Me too. Me too. Now he's just a tall, slow white guy. Oh, man. Not working for me. I like the Magic. I think the line has moved into Magic range. Originally, I liked the Knicks here, but I think like past that touchdown, past the 6, past in that range, now we're getting Magic territory, the 8.5. I think that the Knicks are more of a defensive team. They were the number 1 defensive team in the NBA last year. This year, not so defensive, and that's because the game went to double overtime against the Celtics because they left wide open threes at the buzzer twice. But also, Jaylen Brown was in another planet in that game. Sometimes those NBA guys, it's like they just can't miss anything. It's unbelievable. Brown was like that in that game. So I kind of like the Magic here. I'm flip-flopping from my video pick. It was a different point spread, so I don't feel too bad about it. I kind of like I think the Wizards-Pacers is going to be a close one also. I think that that's one that could go either way. I can't stand Kevin Love. You can't even feel bad for him at $120 million. It's like, I feel bad for the guy. How? What was his previous contract? I'm sure I'm sure that was a beauty also. What's the career earnings of a Kevin Love type? It's got to be up there. So he signed a 4-year, 120. All guaranteed.
Yep, all guaranteed.
All guaranteed. Breaking down his total NBA salary from his career. Oh, my God. Do you want to hear this? Do you want to hear this number, anybody? Brian, you ready for this one? You sitting down? $266 million. $13,191 is how much Kevin Love has made playing basketball. $266 million.
Wow.
I don't know.
That'll make you a slow white guy.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said, man. That's what I said, man. It's like, why couldn't I be born a tall, slow white guy, man? It's like, it's really what it comes down to. $266 million. In 2016, Brian, he only made $21,165,000. I don't know how he makes. That was like the Latrell Sprewell. I gotta feed my family. It's like you make $24 million. It's like, what are you talking about, man? Turn down the $24 million contract. I gotta put food on the table for my family. It's like, what? What are you eating? What exactly? And then in 2018, he made $24 million. And then, the COVID year, $28,942,000 because this season was suspended because of COVID, so he had to make ends meet with $28,900,000. You put it in perspective, right, when you look at that grand total. All right. Enough of making myself sick. Got the Pelicans and the Bulls. Got the Rockets and the Thunder. Chicken Nuggets against the Spurs. The Kings of the Castle up against the Jazz. And the Lakers and the Suns. Brian, who else besides the Pelicans do you like?
Now, I'm going to lean towards the Thunder Buddies here on the road. Both teams look brutal in their first game, but the Rockets 0-5 against the spread when they're the favorite. I just think they're not favorite material here. This is the spot where the Thunder usually shine. Winnable games against crappy teams. So I'm going to take the Thunder here plus the points.
So Daryl Cheatham said it got to be more than just a tall white guy to make it in the NBA. Well, what is Kevin Love at this point? 4
yeah,
points.
but he signed that contract when he was still
No, it was
athletic.
2 years ago. He just signed it. 3 years, 3 years, 120. 4 years, 120. He just signed it.
Going into this season, he signed that contract.
It goes to 2023. So it's recent.
Well, I thought it was just because he was hanging on from.
What, they just all of a sudden say,
contract.
yeah, you're going to hang around, I'll give you another 30?
No, I just thought his contract.
You know, it's
was
like,
expiring.
let's go hang around, man. We're hanging out with
This
the
has to
wrong
be the
people.
last year.
I got full capability of being the stand behind guy. You know, I just stand behind everybody else that's actually doing something. Just yeah, it's like, you know, that guy point maybe, you know. Everyone's like, you know, looking, and they just kind of point like this, do one of these, whatever. You know, the stand behind guy. He's hanging around. He gets an extra $30 million a year. It's like, yeah, here's $120 million guaranteed. You know, just stand around. It's real money. Crazy. 266.
He's on the third year of this contract. So there you go.
If you made $1 million, it would take you a year. It would take you 266 years to make what he makes in 13.
Well, if they could cut him and save the money, I'm sure they would
They
cut him.
can't anymore. He's guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
I know
money.
he's guaranteed. If they could cut him, they would.
No, they had a chance. They gave him the money. This was the Ryan Tannehill contract in Miami. This was the same
Going
thing.
into 2019-20, Kevin Love was a viable NBA player.
When he had LeBron James on his team, he was. Kyrie. Yeah, me too. You know? I'm way better. You take me right outside, we'll play right in the driveway right here. I'll put up a hoop. I'll go to the store. We'll go to Walmart. We'll go get a basketball hoop. One of those ones. We'll put water in it. You give me Kyrie and LeBron on my team, I bet you I'm better than I am without them. I'll bet you. Rod, you want to take some of that action? I got LeBron and Kyrie on my team.
Nice.
How about Tristan Thompson to sweep up some rebounds for me at another $30 million a year on that? Throw him on the same team. Oh, you need some muscle? Yeah, let's take Tristan Thompson and throw him out there.
Now, 2018 going into 2019, he averaged 18 points a game, 11 boards, and almost
I'm
over 2 assists.
not hating on what he gets paid. I'm hating on that. We pay for this. The fans are the ones that pay. It's like, do you want to pay for that? Or would you rather pay for, you know, Cade Cunningham and at least the possibility that something good can happen? I don't want to pay for it.
What are you guys' thoughts on Bill Simmons?
Ben Simmons?
Ben, sorry, not Bill. Apparently he's not playing tonight, now reporting a back injury.
I think he sucks.
Oh, please.
I think he sucks.
Back injury.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
those
such a prima
teammates hate
donna. I
him.
can't believe it.
His teammates hate him. And
He belongs on the Lakers.
Brian likes him. Brian said
Magic Johnson.
Brian said
Magic
last
Johnson.
year that Ben Simmons, like this is when they were in the playoffs and we knew he was going to be terrible in the game. Rod and I were like, Ben Simmons is going to cost the Sixers the game. And all that. Brian's like, he reminds me a lot of Magic Johnson. It was like, what?
At that point in his career, he was a guy that was
Last
almost
year?
7 foot tall point guard that dishes the ball, rebounds, plays good defense.
He can't hit a shot from 2 feet away from the basket.
Well, he didn't make me look good, that's for sure.
No, he wasn't even close. It's like.
Rod, who do you like in this slot?
For me, these ones, I'd agree. I'm going to take the Thunder Buddies. Give me OKC over Houston. Houston looked awful, just awful. So I'll take Thunder Buddies on that one. And give me some Nuggets. I'm going to take the Denver Nuggets -7. They look real good in their first game. Spurs are still a young team. I think people are a little overreacting to the Spurs' first game beating up Orlando. I don't get that. It's like that's give me the Nuggets. Easy double-digit blowout win on the Spurs.
What's your dipping sauce again on your chicken nuggets? Brian's Polynesian, right? Was it Brian? No, Brian's.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Are you the Polynesian?
I like honey mustard. And I like garlic ranch.
Garlic ranch is
Garlic
Brian's.
ranch.
That's Brian's, right? Garlic ranch. Rod's Polynesian, right? Sweet and sour.
No, I got barbecue.
Oh, barbecue.
Barbecue.
Nice.
I had barbecue, sweet and sour, and I'm with. I like honey mustard too. I like the honey mustard. It's good.
You guys should date. Joe, what do you got? What do you like?
What do I like on my chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, both. What's your dipping sauce?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Always hot sauce.
I'm with Joe. I put
Yeah.
like on my turkey burger, Coleman's spicy mustard, and then hot sauce on the top. I don't know the name of the brand. It's the one with the wooden top. That's the one I use. The Mexican lady with the wooden top. They sell it at Costco. 2 giant bottles like this.
Yeah.
What do you need at Costco? 2 giant bottles of that wooden top hot sauce. I don't even know the name.
I hate hot sauce.
You don't know what you like anymore. You put Parmesan cheese in your tuna. All this discussion's over. It's tuna Parmesan.
Oh, too funny. Yeah, I'm in agreement with both you guys. I like the Nuggets and the Thunder. I think especially the Thunder going into Houston. Houston doesn't do well as a home favorite. So I'm on the Thunder plus the points. And then I think the Nuggets, they pull it out and they cover the spread. It's a big spread for them, but I think they have it against the Spurs team. Totally agree with you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that before.
Wow. I love the Spurs here against the Nuggets. After that performance last time out by the Nuggets, everyone's got to be humping up on the Nuggets. The Spurs are like a total team effort, They have the best coach, and I don't know if they're going to win this one, but this is going to be close. The Spurs last year were in the playoffs looking out the whole season, and then at the end they just folded. And I can imagine that they probably have focused in on that. They got rid of DeMar DeRozan, and now it's like they really don't have any star player anymore. So it's like it's a real team, and it's a real Popovich thing, and I think they're going to give teams fits. I really like the Spurs in this one. I also like the Rockets. I think what we've seen from the Rockets the last year or 2 years, when Christian Wood plays, they're good. When he doesn't play, they're not good. He's playing. He's good. They're good. And I think on the other one is the Pelicans all day against the Bills and twice on Fridays. It's like I don't understand this one. It's like the Bulls are a 3-point win team. We know that. How much money did we lose on the Bulls not covering spreads? I mean, how many times do we have to throw our tickets on the floor when the Bulls are laying 3.5 and they win by 2? I mean, how many times? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm out. I like the Bulls, but it's like I'm not doing it anymore. I'm sick of it.
Well, I didn't do it in game 1.
I won.
Yeah, I got screwed in game 1.
I like the Bulls in that one, but it's like how many times have we seen the Bulls, especially in the United Center? These games go 3 points. They win by 5 points in a 6-point spread all day long. I don't know. I think we could look at the new Pick Dog stats. It will tell us exactly how many times they do it. I think the Sports Shot ones definitely do. Sick of it. Sick of it. No, that sort is not working. We'll have to let these guys know. Well, somewhere on that list. Anyways. Not falling for it. Rockets, Pelicans, Spurs for me. Let's go to the NHL. What happened yesterday in the NHL? Anything good? Any good dogs?
I did horrible in the NHL yesterday.
What, all the underdogs came in? Yep.
Columbus got a win. Montreal lost again.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Flames
looking at
got
this.
Flames won. That was a good
Flames got their
right?
first win.
So the Rangers, Columbus are the only dogs that won.
Yeah. Blue
And
Jackets did
and
great
Vancouver.
in overtime.
And Vancouver. Those are the only dogs that won. Wow.
I lost to Nashville, the Blackhawks, what else? Ottawa Senators. I lost to Colorado. I lost to Devils. I lost to Montreal. It was a bad day. I went a little crazy.
Beat you like a rented goalie.
Swept the board.
That was my only premium pick yesterday that hit was the Capitals.
6 o'clock start in Toronto as the Maple Leafs at minus 240 against the Sharks. That's one thing. One thing that my grandma always told me: never lay the puck line with the Maple Leafs.
I'm gonna make a laugh.
Ever. Ever. She said, it was just on her deathbed. You know, never take the Leafs on the puck.
+1.5. You're good there.
Just not a good puck line team.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed win. Toronto Maple Leafs +1.5. That's guaranteed money there.
I don't think so. I like the Sharks.
There's no way.
I like the
Toronto
Sharks plus the 1.5 in that one. I think that's a layup. That's an overlay. Just put it with everything. Put it with the Spurs.
Too good to be true.
Too good to be true. Buffalo against the Bruins plus 188. Dog of the day. Buffalo every day. Twice on Fridays. Dallas Stars versus the LA Kings. Does the Kings still have that same goalie? The same guy? Like, it's been around forever.
Peterson?
No.
It's what's the other guy?
Kings have Calvin Peterson.
Oh. They used to have this other guy. It's good. When they were good, they had another goalie.
Let's see.
Rod can't remember his name.
I'm trying. I can.
He won like 100 Stanley Cups, didn't he?
Who? Grant
He
Fuhr.
won the Stanley Cup.
Grant
No,
Fuhr.
not Grant Fuhr. No, he plays for the Kings.
Oh, I thought you said Oilers.
Kings. I don't see him playing. I don't think he retired. I don't think. Jonathan Quick.
Yes. Quick.
Jonathan Quick is his name.
That's my guy.
He's still on the team.
He's still on the varsity? Nice.
Yeah, they haven't, and the Kings haven't listed who they're playing today. So
Yeah,
there's a
could
chance
be.
that Quick could be playing.
He could be playing.
Definitely a chance.
I'm in.
He could be playing.
They hate the Stars. Hate them. Puck line. All day. Plus 1.5. And then Vegas against the Oilers. Vegas, a little slow start to the season here. Joe, what do you think of these 4 matches?
Well, I think you're completely on point taking the LA Kings tonight. Great dog, great value there. This Kings team will steamroll the Stars tonight. I don't like the Stars either. And I really want to take Buffalo. Buffalo's been so hot right now. I think I'm going to stay off it. I think this Boston Bruins team is the better team. Sabres have the chance of winning it. So if you're going to bet the Sabres tonight, just like a small bet on that. I wouldn't put anything huge on it because, again, it's the Buffalo Sabres, and we all know what happened to them last season. So the other ones I'm looking at, even the plus 1.5 with the Sharks scares me. They've got Kane out tonight. I'm totally staying off that game. Toronto Maple Leafs are just the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I don't think the Sharks can do it. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Tell us how you really feel. Rod?
You don't have to worry. Vander Kane hasn't played all year. He's not going to play for at least 21 games. He's out for at least that many. At least. So, for me in this one, I've been riding the Sharks at 3-0 on the season. This Leafs team just struggled to put the puck in the net. They're awful at scoring. Matthews or no Matthews, Toronto is third last in the league in scoring offense, averaging 2 goals a game. Sharks 3.7. Both defenses are solid in this one. So I'm going to take the under 6 goals. I think that's way too many goals in this one. Give me the under 6, Leafs and Sharks. And I lean to the Sharks. Just like Mitch says, don't lay the puck line with the Leafs. Don't do it. And the other one I like the Boston Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres to go to overtime. Take it a draw. I think you can get a nice plus 350 on that one. And I also like the Kings and Dallas to go to overtime. So another draw on that one. And over 3 times your money on that one. And I'm going to take the Oilers. Vegas looks awful. Their defense looks awful. I'm going to take the Oilers. Get a win. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, I'm with you, Rod. Your Oilers will get it tonight. That's a great call.
Brian?
Yeah, for me, I totally agree with Joe. If I had to take the Toronto San Jose, I think Toronto steamrolls them today. But I think the better bet, and I love my Buffalo Sabres. They've been really good to me early on, but they seem like they're begging you at this price to take the Sabres at home. I'll have to lay off them today. I think the Kings tonight at this price against the Dallas Stars. I know they've lost 2 in a row, but I think the Kings get one tonight. So that's my best free pick of the day. I think the Kings on the money line.
Mitchie Pucks says Sharks plus a goal and a half. Easy money. Layup. I also like the Kings on the puck line, especially.
Puck line. See, you're leaving money on the table. You should be taking the money line. You got to pick your shots and your punches and take the money line.
What do you have?
What do you have? I'm just messing with you. I got the money line on the Kings, but you're always busting my chops about taking the plus.
That does make me want to take the Stars. I could defer to the lucky penny on that game. I know you like that.
You're always like, no, don't take the plus 1.5.
It's like, no. The lucky penny likes the Stars.
Good.
Yeah. The lucky penny is like 838-4 against Brian.
Yeah.
Stars home opener.
Yep. Sure is.
I do like
Mike
the
Modano's playing.
The Stars, but not tonight.
Modano's still on the Stars?
No.
My favorite game's the Knights and Oilers.
Just throwing it out there.
No Modano. He might be in the box. Might be watching the game. Definitely could be in the box watching the game. So.
He was good.
He was good. Yeah, definitely good.
All right. That wraps that up. Parlay time. Rod, what do you got?
For me, we're going to go with, we're taking the Astros on the run line. We're going to take the Sharks plus the goal and a half.
Reverse run line for Astros? 'Cause are they favored? Or I think it's, I don't know if they're favored or not. Are they favored?
I don't know. I'm
minus 1.5, right?
I'm taking the minus 1.5 anyways. Astros win by at least 2 runs in that one. I'm going to take the Sharks plus a goal and a half. I think Sharks got a good shot to outright him in that one as well, but I'll take the goal and a half. And I'm going to take the Nuggets. Give me Denver minus the 7. I think you can put that up to minus 9.5. I think they blow out the Spurs, winning by double digits.
I kind of like the Spurs in that one. Brian, what do you got?
I got UConn plus the points here. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers plus the points and the Brooklyn Nets minus the points tonight. I like those 3 a lot. Parlay them up.
Such a Nets fan. Joe.
Yep, you got me.
He's always humping up
I'm
on
going to
the
ride
Nets.
with the Astros, Memphis, the Knicks, and the Celtics. 4-teamer there.
Astros, Knicks,
Memphis, and the Celtics.
Memphis Grizzlies or Memphis football?
Yeah. No, Memphis football. Sorry.
Okay. I've got Colorado State football with the San Antonio Spurs with the Sharks plus a goal and a half against the Maple Leafs. Never lay the puck line with the Maple Leafs. It's in the manual. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Let's make it a winning day, and I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's our college football show. Probably do some an NBA or hockey. Try and figure out how to squeeze that in the day. We just need a couple more hours in the day to make it happen. But we'll see you. Have a great day.